Hello internet, and welcome to another weekend reading vlog. It is late Friday afternoon. River's gonna be home in about 10 minutes to half an hour maybe. I didn't get everything done today that I wanted to get done, but you know, I hit a point in the day, in the late afternoon, where I was just like, you know, I really just want to start the weekend. Like, forget it. Like, forget all this stuff. Like, I don't want to do anything else. I'm done. So I just decided to pick up a book and start reading because it's the weekend. Come on. I do have like a bunch of laundry down in the laundry room that I need to finish, but other than that, I'm just gonna be done and I'm just gonna start the weekend right now a little bit earlier than normal, but I'm excited about it. The books that I'm planning on reading this weekend, let me show you them. All right, the first one I want to read this weekend is Nevermore by Jessica Townsend, and it is the first book in, I think, the Morgan Crow series, or the Trials of Morgan Crow. And I don't know a whole lot about this book except that it's middle grade and it's magical. And look at this giant cat. Look at this giant cat in the window. Like, I have so many questions. I just can't wait to meet this cat. Like, seriously, that is all I want for this weekend, is to read about characters who are floating around on magical umbrellas and this giant cat. Anyway, I feel like I might have a cat in the window very, very soon myself. Anyway, so this is middle grade, and I think I'm probably gonna fly through it this weekend because it's really not that long. I mean, it looks kind of thick, but it's not that long. I think it'll be really easy for me to read most of it pretty fast. So there's that, and if I have any time left over, I want to pick up Sleeping Giants by, I think it's Sylvan Neuvel is the author's name. Let me read you guys just like the first line from the back of the book to get you guys really excited about this one. All right, here it goes. A girl named Rose is riding her bike near her home in Deadwood, South Dakota, when she falls through the earth and into the palm of a giant metal hand. Like, doesn't that just sound so like Stranger Things, or it just sounds so nostalgic, and it just sounds like it's gonna be an old nostalgic adventure. Like, it's gonna remind me of my childhood growing up like in the 90s when my friends and I would just ride our bikes all over the neighborhood and not a care in the world and felt like we were having the biggest adventures ever. And I don't know, I think it's gonna be really great. And yeah, also I heard that this one is like an epistolary style, so I'm excited to see what that looks like for this book. Anyway, I don't have any like other huge plans for the weekend. I know we're gonna spend some time at the game store. I think we are also maybe Redbox a movie on Saturday night, but I mean, pretty much I think this weekend is just gonna be relaxed and chill, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun reading weekend. So I'm gonna pick up some Nevermore for a little bit while I wait for River to get home and while I wait for the laundry to finish up. I did get my cat in the window. Oh my god, I just remembered. I think this character is supposed to die. I think she's gonna die on her 11th birthday, and I think she's 10 when this book starts. So I think it's like, not only is she cursed, but like she's actually supposed to like die very soon from the beginning of the book. So that's gonna be an intense adventure. River's home. Okay, so I'm going to get laundry, but like I'm only like 15 to 20 pages into that book. And I already want to slap all the characters except maybe Morgan. Like, seriously, what the heck, guys? Like, all these characters, like all the adults in this book, are so twisted and so messed up at this point. Like, oh my god, I want to keep reading, and I absolutely freaking love everything about this book. But like, You know, it's like when like you hate bad guys, but like you love that you hate them because like you feel like justice is gonna happen somewhere in the middle of the book. So like that's what I want, and I'm like, oh, I can't put this book down now because like I need justice for Morgan at this point because her life is so messed up and all the adults in her life are so messed up. Like, oh my god, like I'm just, as soon as I get laundry done, I am gonna read old more because to the game store. Okay, so I haven't gotten any reading done. I got like the 20 pages that I read earlier. I've just been hanging out with all my friends over here. Selena and Arik. Hey. Hey. Cora. Anyway, they're playing Magic the Gathering over there. Who's winning? Me. Of course, Selena's winning.
Lies.
Are you kicking his butt?
Anyway, so I'm actually gonna start reading now because everything's kind of chill. People are just hanging, talking. You know how it is. Shit, guys, this book is raw. Like, oh my god. Like, some of the stuff that's like, she's like a 10-year-old. Like, some of the stuff that she's dealing with at this point, I'm just like, oh my god. Like, it's so relatable too, though. Like, I feel like I can relate to like everything that she's thinking and everything that, you know, is going on. I think because it is so raw, but like, I don't know, like I'm loving this book and I'm connecting with this character so much. Hello, final update for the night, guys. I am on my way home from the game store. Let's see, I only got to let me see where I got to. Page 35, because like I kept talking to friends and all the friends and everybody. But, it's not on a pillow. Okay. But, I'm getting my shoes on and heading out the door to go to bed. So, I will update you guys tomorrow morning. And hopefully there'll be a lot more reading tomorrow. So, anyway, good night, everybody. Check it out, guys. I'm awake. I am wide awake this morning before I've even had coffee, so that's something. Oh, the cats are hungry. I am gonna get these cats fed. I'm gonna make some blueberry muffins for breakfast. So that sounds like a fun time. And then, my only plan for today is to read. You ready for the day, Serenity? Yeah, she's ready for the day. Gideon's almost ready for the day. He's hungry, but I will get right back to you in a few minutes. These cats are hungry. You hungry, Serenity? Yeah. You hungry, Gideon? Yeah. Yeah. So guess what's up next? You got it. Another muffin montage. Oh my goodness, I can smell those muffins. They're in the oven and there's like 5 more minutes left and like that blueberry smell is like filling the apartment and it's so much fun and it smells so good. But okay, so I have acquired coffee, which I'm very excited about, and I am so excited to keep reading this book today, you guys. It was so good yesterday. I only got like a total of maybe 10 or 15 uninterrupted reading moments at the game store last night. But I mean, the point of going to the game store is to hang out with my friends, so that makes a lot of sense. But I tried to get a little reading in, didn't get much. got like 10 pages read. But today I think I'm gonna kill it. I cannot wait. Things were getting so good, and it was only like I'm on page like 35, and I'm already like, ah! So yeah, things are getting good, and I can't wait to keep going. Look at Morgan up there. Morgan's like, ah, too. Yeah, look at her face. Whoa, look at those muffins. Is ready. Some of these chapter illustrations are the coolest looking things ever. Like, doesn't that look so interesting? Like, this book, oh my gosh, is so interesting. Cool is that, huh? So, reading update, I'm on page like 174. I've been literally just been sitting here for like the past 2 hours. That's all I've been doing is reading. Nothing else is happening, but I'm this far. It looks like I'm a little under halfway, because I think it's 500 pages. So 250 would be halfway. So I'm on like 170 something. Anyway, I'm gonna fix some lunch. I think we're just gonna have leftovers for lunch. Nice and simple. And I'm thinking about going, there's like this new indie bookstore that recently got refurbished. Like it was opened a while ago, and I wanted to go visit it, but then it closed down, and then like it got bought by new owners and refurbished and reopened, and I really wanted to go visit it this weekend, but I don't know if we'll get to because I think they still have weird hours. But I was thinking about trying to go later on this afternoon to seeing if they were opened. But yeah, so that's a plan, and just more reading. So, okay, by the way, all right, I found out that these cats, the giant cats in the front, they're called Magnificats, and I couldn't be happier about that. I think this book is so creative and so interesting. It's probably like gonna be one of my new favorite middle grades. It's probably gonna be like in my top 5 favorite middle grades of all time, probably, because I am loving this book so much. Like, I'm flying through it, you guys. It's a really good time, and there's so many creative, really imaginative things in this book that is just keeping me giggling like every few pages. It's just the imagination of this author. So I'm having a good time, and Magnificats, it's my new favorite thing ever. I'm gonna start referring to my cats as the Magnificats. Now I moved outside because I needed some fresh air, and anyway, so I think, okay, my favorite thing about this book so far is that, like, her bedroom keeps changing as it gets to know her. Isn't that like the coolest concept ever? Like, I think it's been one of my favorite things. I mean, I love so much about this book. Like, I am really loving this book. I love so much about it, but like just all the little changes that her bedroom is making as it's like getting to know her, like what even? So we're pulling into the bookstore parking lot. It looks like they're open, so that's really fun. I hope they let me film in the bookstore because that would be really fun. I'm gonna ask when I get in. Oh my goodness, there's some books for 25 cents. Okay, so I went in and checked, and they said that I could film inside if I wanted to. So these shelves are so packed full, and like the walk spaces are like so tiny around here. So anyway, I'm like climbing over piles of books.
I forget which one it is now. She tells a story. This describes, this big, huge family tree.
Doesn't this look so cool and like What is going on that cover? I don't know. Let me see. There's a whole nother section that I haven't even been over to yet. That book smell, you know, the smell of like old books is like really strong and powerful in here, you guys. Oh my god. It just keeps going and going and going and going. It's like it feels like this bookstore is like a little bit magical. Like as soon as I like go to the next room, like there's like a whole nother room, and then there's like a whole nother room, and it's like it's not, there's just more and more and more. I found Mark of Athena, which I haven't started on the second Rick Riordan series yet. I have the first one, I have Lost Hero, but I don't have the Son of Neptune either, but I'm just gonna go ahead and probably pick up book 3 because why not? I know I'm gonna read it eventually. I'm so far behind on my Rick Riordan though, so I might as well just collect them when I can find them, right? Okay, I also found a copy of Red Rising, which I already have, it's already on my shelf, but like I found it, so that's really fun. And oh, I also found Codex Alera. I already have it. I was looking for any other Jim Butcher that they might have, but I didn't see any. Okay, we're still exploring. We might have finally hit the back of the very last. Nope, there's a whole nother thing. Hang on. But like look, there's like books up here. There's like books on boards like above my head as I'm walking. There's books all over the floor that I'm stepping over. Look at this. Look at this. It's kind of like a book labyrinth. Wouldn't that be a good idea for a story? Okay, somebody out there who's a writer, write me a story about a labyrinth of books, like just this giant bookstore labyrinth adventure. Like, cause I want to read that. I might want to write that, but I don't know if I actually want to take the time to write that or not. So somebody write that for me and send it to me because I would read that. That sounds really fun. Oh, and I just found a copy of Elantris, you guys, which I haven't read Elantris yet, so I'm thinking about just grabbing it because, I mean, why not? It would be fun. I kind of didn't want the mass market paperback of Elantris. I wanted like a really pretty one, not like a used one. But since it's here, I don't know, I might as well just grab it, and if I can find a prettier one to go on my shelf later, I might do that. But I mean, I found Elantris, and so that makes me pretty happy because I've been wanting to read Elantris for a while. It just hasn't been at my local bookstore. Oh my goodness, guys, that was so much fun. Okay, so I bought 2 books. I did buy the copy of Elantris so that I can read it whenever I want. I am gonna still look for a prettier copy that's not just like a mass market paperback, but still, I have it now if I want it. And I went ahead and picked up the Mark of Athena so that I'm just gonna start collecting all the Rick Riordan books so that I can, whenever I'm ready to read them, I can read them. So yeah, that was really fun. So now I don't know what the plans are. We're grabbing food right now?
Potentially.
Look at this. Doesn't that just look amazing? Anyway, I can't wait. So the plan is to eat this bad boy and then start killing it on this. Also got some Cheetos. Life is good. River, how are you doing? Yeah? You got a sandwich too. He hasn't even gotten it out yet though. Anyway. Oh my goodness, I'm full. That sandwich is really good. But I came outside to warm up because inside was a little bit chilly. I've been thinking about bringing the cats out with me today, but like they've both just been like sleeping like all day. Neither one of them has shown any interest in like coming out to play or even like being motivated to, that's not a Sprite, or even being motivated to get up and have fun. So they've both just been like conked out like all day. Like they'll get up and then they'll like walk around and then they'll just go back to sleep. So none of them have been like looking at the door or at the windows or anything. So whatever, might as well just let them have a lazy day. So I made it to about page 300. It's like an hour later maybe, and the sun is going down over there. It is starting to set, so I think I'm gonna head inside and check on River, see what he's up to, and keep reading probably inside on the bed. But look, I am definitely over the halfway point, so that's cool. Anyway, I'll check back in shortly. Hello everybody, so update, it's like an hour and a half later, and I moved to the bed, obviously, and look how far along I am. I'm like on page like 375, and so I'm close to 100 pages away from the end. I'm like 125 pages away from the end, so that's cool. I am loving this book though. Like, there has not been a dull moment in this entire book. I'm just flying through it. Gideon decided to come be my reading buddy. Yeah, he's a sleepy cat. I just wanted to point out this chapter header. How cool is that? I finished it! So like, wow, I'm glad it didn't end on a cliffhanger, because like, for the last 15 pages there, I was like, is this gonna end on a cliffhanger? Like, is this really about to happen? And then it didn't, and I was like, oh. But I still really want to grab the next book. I think the next book is called Wondersmith, and yeah, this book was so good, you guys. Like, this might be one of my top favorite middle grades ever. Like, it might be just below Harry Potter at this point on my top favorite middle grade list. I don't know, this book was so good. Like, I need some time to think about this book. It was really good. But anyway, it's like 11:30 at night, so I don't think I'm gonna vlog anymore for tonight. However, first thing tomorrow morning, the plan is to pick up Sleeping Giants and get on this tomorrow. River has been reading Sleeping Giants today, and apparently he got about 100 pages in. Yeah.
A little over.
He says, oh, he corrected me. He's like a little over 100 pages. So, we might be fighting over this book tomorrow, so that might be fun. But we'll see. Anyway, so I cannot wait to start Sleeping Giants tomorrow. River has been saying that he's really been enjoying the first 100 pages, that it was like really, really good, and that I'm gonna love it, and that he's loving it, and so yeah. But anyway, I will see you guys hopefully first thing tomorrow morning, depending on how early I wake up. Happy Sunday morning, everybody. So I am already up, I am getting ready to start in on the Themis Files, the first book being Sleeping Giants. Okay, what's also very exciting is, like, I've seen, like, a bunch of these other books, or at least 2. I don't know how many more there are, but, like, I've seen, like, the rest of this series, or a lot more of it, at Barnes & Noble. So I know if I fly through this and, like, really need, the next book, I can just run to Barnes & Noble and get the next book. Anyway, so yeah, I am ready to settle in, start some reading. Got some muffins from yesterday. Life is good. So River's already, he had some things he wanted to do this morning, so he's taken off. I'm flying solo for a little bit. I'm gonna get as much reading in as I can. And then we were talking about, like, when he gets home, one of the things we want to do is we want to go get a Redbox movie and get a pizza for lunch, and that's good. So that sounds like all kinds of fun. But until then, yeah, Serenity, did you enjoy your breakfast, baby? Yeah, the cats have already been fed. It's all already happened. But yeah, I am gonna jump in and get as much reading as I can before River shows up. So yeah, I'll check back in later. Oh my god, I love this character. Like, this character is so much fun. Like, at first, okay, so it's first person. So, you know, so I was a little bit concerned about the first person tone. And also not entirely sure how first person is going to work with the epistolary parts. But I was just like, sometimes first person tone kind of gets on my nerves when they're saying me and my and I. But I actually, like, I just jumped right into this book, and it was just super easy to get right into the flow of the writing style, and this character is just so real. So River just texted me that he's on his way home, but like, this book is so intriguing. I'm loving all this sciencey stuff. Like, they're talking about, all right, so like they found, like, the girl fell through the earth into like this giant metal hand. That's not a spoiler, it's right on the back. And then it jumps to like 17 years later, and she's an adult and still like trying to like figure out this mystery. So many sciencey details about like how you make iridium, and because I think it's made of mostly iridium, and there's just not enough iridium on Earth to like make something that's giant, and like, anyway, and they're just like, it's setting up to be such a good book. Like, I'm loving it, I'm enjoying it. But yeah, I'll check back in later. Hey, we just got Aquaman. I'm excited. We are so far behind in our DC movies. We're all caught up with Marvel, all the way through Endgame, but like our DC universe, we are so far behind. Yep. We're trying to get caught up. Aquaman. Yep. Yes.
Here we come, fish.
Here we come. We got a pizza, we got some root beer, and I think we're gonna have at least 1 or 2 friends converge on our house. On our apartment here, because they heard pizza and Aquaman.
There you go.
They heard what was happening.
Yeah.
So that might happen. Anyway, but we're on our way home, and I'll check back in later. So pizza's ready. We're back. Nick showed up.
Yep, that looks like Aquaman.
Man. Oh, we just finished Aquaman. I mean, I'm happy we watched it. It was very visually cool. Like, all the underwater battles were really cool. The plot line was super meh and all over the place, I thought. But I mean, all the underwater battle scenes were like really, really, really cool. What do you think?
It's not worth a comment.
It was long though. I fell asleep once in the middle of it. And then I think I only fell asleep for like 10 minutes, and then I woke back up. Nick left in the middle of it. He was like, nah, I'm done. And he left. But I mean, I'm super glad I watched it, because I've been really curious about it for a long time. And I really love underwater stories. Like, underwater stories are like some of my favorite stories. So like, all the underwater like battle scenes and all the underwater world building was super interesting. I thought that was the most interesting thing, was like the visually, the worlds, how it was built. But the plot line was pretty ridiculous. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. I am actually, let's see, we have a few hours before we're leaving to go hang out with friends at the game store tonight. So I'm gonna get as much out of Sleeping Giants as I can in the next few hours. Okay, now, I do have questions. So, I've been reading a little bit, and like, I am wondering if they're even gonna get to wake it up in this book, or if they're going to wake it up in the next book, because the next book is called Waking Gods, and this one's just Sleeping Giants. So, I wonder if they don't even wake it up until the next book, and oh my gosh, I just want this thing to wake up. Like, I just want it to get all fixed and put together so that they can wake it up and see what it's like when it's on and awake, and see if it's sentient. Does it have a personality? Is it a way to communicate with this alien race that probably left it here? Like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, I just wanted to wake up at this point, but I'm only this far, so I don't know. We got McDonald's on the way to the game store. We don't necessarily need McDonald's, but French fries are making me happy right now. Guys, I found River's soul animal right here. River is playing Battlestar Galactica. Guys, doesn't that board look so freaking awesome?
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do.
Okay, so we finished the first game, and now I'm gonna hang out, get some reading time in. But like, there is so much Cylon drama going on at this table over here. Like, seriously, everybody is accusing everybody, and like,
every time I've accused somebody, last game, he threw me in the brink and he was a silent.
like things are happening. And it's kind of distracting and kind of hilarious.
All the Cylons are popping out.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you guys.
But anyway, I'll see how much reading I get done. I'm kind of enjoying this whole entertaining situation over here. So it's like 1 o'clock, I'm heading home. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this weekend. It was so much fun to get to read books and to talk to you guys about it. So let me just do a little recap, okay? I read on Saturday the entirety of Nevermore, and it was one of my favorite middle grades of all time. I freaking loved this book, you guys. I'm gonna have a review up soon, hopefully, but it was just amazing. And then I got through about the first 100, a little bit over the first 100 pages of Sleeping Giants, the first book in the Themis files, and I'm really loving it too. I wish that I could read more, but I was just hanging out with my friends and stuff a lot, so you know how it is. But anyway, I am gonna finish this book hopefully this week. I'm planning on just maybe turning on the audio book while I, work on projects tomorrow, or while I clean the house, or whatever. So hoping to turn on the audiobook and finish this within the next day or two, because it is really a fast read, but just today was busy with friends and hanging out and whatever. But anyway, so thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, or yesterday and this weekend, and I love you guys so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!